Hello. Okay, guys, we are live. So, hey everyone, I'm Viraj Jain, your mentor at Geeks4Geeks. And today, guys, we are going to almost finish this application. Okay, so in the last video, we basically covered the login and registration, and it was completed. And today, guys, we have to just implement the share file API. Okay, we already created that API in the last video. You can check out the previous sessions, you will find that. So we have to just implement the share file API. Okay, so we're gonna do that. So first of all, guys, here you can see that suppose if I log in with the user which we created in last video, and the password was hj123456. If I log in, you can see that we are able to see all the shared and received images or files. You can see image file is also here, video file is also here. That means you can see we have different kind of files, and we also have the sender, we also have the receiver, we also have the sender, we have the receiver. So you can see that it's perfect. Now one more thing is, you can see if I click on share, you can see that here I just need to add the receiver's email. Suppose if I add the receiver's email as codersub2430, which is some other registered user, and suppose the file name which I want to enter, this is going to be created today. Don't worry, we have to create the share, we have to connect the share page, and we also have to connect this my files page. Okay, we created this page previously, but we haven't implemented the backend here, so we are going to implement this backend in this page. So let's try to give it some name. So I'm just going to say home file. Okay, suppose I'm just going to name it as home file, and here I can just pick any image or video file, whatever I want. I can pick a PDF file also, there is no problem. Suppose I'm gonna pick this video file. Okay, so you can see that if I click on open, you can see that now I got some details here. Okay, so I can actually show that video also if I click on this I, but right now I'm just gonna click on send. So once I click on send, you can see that I get the uploading progress, and you can see file uploaded successfully. And now changes are gonna be saved. Once the changes are gonna be saved, you can see that I am taken to which page. You can see I'm taken to the my files page, and this is the file which we uploaded just now. So you can see that, yeah, here we are able to receive the data, and the other user, that means codersub2430, let's log in with that user. So for that, guys, I'm simply going to go to this incognito mode, and some good uses of incognito mode. Okay, so yes, yeah, you can see that now if I go to login, and I have it login with codersub2430. Just a second. Right, and I would just pick the password hj123456. Now let's see. So you can see just now we sent the home file from Viraj014 to codersub. So you can see codersub is also able to see this file. Okay, just now we shared this file, right? So you can see that this is perfect. Now suppose from this I'm sending some file to Viraj014. File name would be suppose gift file, something like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna share some files. So I can send image also like this, I can send video also, I can send PDF also, there is no issue. Okay, so let's download some sample PDF. Okay, so sample PDF download. Okay, so I'm just gonna download some dummy PDF file. Hopefully I get this. Yes, you can see this. I would just download this dummy PDF, and we're gonna use this dummy PDF. Okay, so I'll just go here, and in the downloads you can see we have the dummy PDF. So now this time I'm uploading a PDF. Let's see what happens. So now if I click on send, you can see file is uploaded because it's a small file, so it didn't take time, and you can see it's uploaded, and you can see that, guys, we have the gift file as a document. Perfect. So you can see that, yeah, codersub send this file to Viraj014 at this specific time. Now let's go to our user. So you can see that in this we have to refresh this page. Why? Because we haven't implemented the real-time communication. That means we are gonna do this in the next video, but yeah, you can see that this much must be implemented. So you can see that, yeah, if I refresh, you can see that just now I sent the file from codersub to Viraj014. So you can see this this user is what? This user is what? This user is Viraj014. So you can see that he is receiving this file. Okay, sender and receiver. Perfect. So now, guys, we're gonna build this, we're gonna implement the logic. Yes, first of all we're gonna complete this share page. Okay, so in the last session, guys, we have completed the login and sign up. That means complete backend and front end was completed. We also built the API for sharing files, so we completed that also. So you can watch the last video. And today, guys, we have to just merge that API to our front end. That means backend to our front end. Okay, so where you can get the source code, you just need to visit github.com/viraj014. So you can just type this. Okay, type this URL, GitHub URL, and it will take you to my profile. If you want to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram or LinkedIn. And if you want to follow me, you can follow me on GitHub. Okay, so in the repositories, you can see that we have TypeScript, Next.js, GFG, and inside this we have bitshare, fileshare, MERN. This is the repository. Here the complete source code is available for the all previous classes. Okay, so now let's continue. So now is I'm gonna open the source code. So for that I'll just go, okay, I'll just go to the, okay, let me just let me just close this one. Okay, let me just close this one, and this is only the page which we got. So yeah, we are just going to restart our application. Just a second. Okay. Okay, so now guys, I'm just gonna open the previous class's source code. So let's do that. So I'll just go to this page, this directory, and yeah, I'll just open this with VS Code. Okay, so let me just show you what was done till previous class and what we have to do today. So I'm just gonna open the backend. I'm just gonna type NODEMON. Okay, nodemon, and you must see connected to database, then only we can proceed. So you can see, yeah, it's connected to database. That means our backend is ready. Now we can connect our front end also. I'm just gonna type npm run dev. Okay, so my front end would also be started. So let me just refresh this localhost 3000 so that we get previous classes source code. Okay, previous classes website. Sorry for missing the last session for college issues, but आज आ गए, कोई बात नहीं. You have the last videos recorded. That means these live sessions are also available for future. So even if you miss something, that's totally fine. Okay, just don't miss the playlist. Okay, you can just check out the complete playlist later also. Okay, so guys, you can see that now I am just gonna re-login again. So this was the part which was done till yesterday. The login was done, sign up was also done. Yes, I hope if you have watched the previous class, you know that sign up was done, login was also done. I'm going to login, and let me just show you what we are going to now do now. Okay, so I'm just going to login in with this user 1234, right? And okay, actually it's at J123456. Okay, yes. Okay, now you can see. So first of all, we have to fix this page. You can see we were showing some static files, right? And when we started the video, I have shown you the final outcome of this video. So yeah, we have to do that. We have to show the dynamic data, and also we have to complete this share page. You can see that, yeah, it's a little bit of lagging behind. Okay, so I'm just gonna go here, and I'll just come here, and here guys, what we need to do is we need to go to the share page. You can see share page. I'm just gonna take you from here, app, share. You can see share page. Yes, so this is the share page, right? So here first of all we have to implement the share API. Let's go to the share API. In the backend we have the routes and we have file share routes. So you can see that this was the share API, right? We fixed that in the last video. I also explained you how we're going to run that in Postman in the last video, so you can check that out. So basically we are uploading a file and we are sending the, we are also telling the receiver email. Sender is obviously me. Okay, I'm logged in with some users, so sender is obviously me. I have to provide the receiver email. Okay, whom would receive. Okay, so you can see this user would receive the file. Okay, and file name would be something. Okay, so this is the API which we created yesterday. We are going to use this API into our share page. Okay, so let's go there guys. So into the share page, what we need to do is we need to simply implement by using a function. Okay, by using a function. So this page is going to be a little bit complicated, but yeah, you can just keep an eye on this. Okay, so yeah, you can see we needed the third thing. First of all, the file, whatever file you want to send, this is the receiver's email. We need one more thing, that is file name. What would be the file name? Okay, you can see in the API we are sending three things: file, okay, receiver email, and the file name. Okay, that means we have these three things. So we are storing these three things into our hooks, right? Now I'm gonna say that everything is fine, everything is fine. Now we are just going to say that first of all implement router and just import router from next navigation. Okay, now after that I'm just gonna create a function, one function named as handle upload. So this is going to help me upload the file. Okay, so whenever you can see, first of all I entered the receiver's email, right? First of all, I entered the receiver's email, right? This was the receiver's email, and the second input container was what for? You can see that it's showing me the file details, so I don't need this. I would just hit enter here, and in between what we need to provide is file name. Okay, so file name we have to input. Okay, we have to input this file name. Okay, what file, with what name the file would be saved. So let's see how it looks. So you can see that, yeah, we have receiver's email, we have file name also, and we have this. Okay, so you can see, yeah, we have the file name and this is going to just set the file name, right? That's it. Now after that guys, we are simply going to need one button, that is the send button. Okay, send button. So I'm just gonna say that this button is basically gonna have some style named as button1. Okay, button1 style. So I'm just simply saying on clicking of this button, it's simply going to click send. Okay, it's simply going to just call this handle upload function. Let's see this. So you can see, yes, you can see that's how it looks. Now what we need to do is we have to simply click on this. Okay, we have to simply click on this. So as soon as I click on this, I want to implement the API. Okay, so let's implement the API inside this function. Okay, so guys, here I would just say that I have to call the API, right? So first of all, I would simply check for few things. Okay, I would simply check for email and file. Okay, email, file, and one more thing, that is the file name. Okay, file name. I'm gonna check these three things. Let's do this. So if I inspect console, let's check. So here guys, I'm gonna provide the receiver's email is suppose this, right? File name is suppose my file. Okay, okay, just a second. Okay, so yeah, my file one, and here I'm just gonna click on bulb. Okay, whatever video file, this is a video, you can upload any other file also. This is a video, or you can just go to my go to your downloads and choose a image file also. You can choose a PDF file also, no problem. Any kind of file you can upload. Okay, so let me just pick this email, this PDF file suppose. Okay, so I'm just gonna open this, and now if I click on send, so you can see that yeah, I got the email, I got the file which I selected, complete details, and I got the file name, okay, which I have written. Okay, so you can see that guys, now it's working. So we just need to call the API to upload this. Okay, to upload this, I'm just gonna go to my backend, and here guys, I'm just gonna check that if email exists or not. If email doesn't exist, show the toast error. Okay, show the toast error, toast dot error, please fill these details. Okay, so I'm just gonna show the error again. Now similarly, we're gonna check the file also, because these two fields are mandatory. You must have a file and you must have a receiver. If you don't have a file name, that's totally fine, but yeah, you must have these two things. Okay, now I would simply check is it working or not. So you can see now if I click on send, you can see please fill all the details. That means yeah, you have to fill the email. Okay, now if I again click on send, you can see again please select a file. So yeah, you can see that yeah, now it's working perfectly. So we just need to upload these things. Okay, so I'm just gonna go here. Okay, I'm just gonna go here, and I'm just going to say that form data, I'm gonna create a form data, and I'm gonna append the receiver email. Okay, why? Because you can see in postman we had the field named as receiver email, that's why. Similarly guys, we're gonna have one more field named as file name, right? So you can see we have one more field named as file name. Now we have one more field named as client file. Okay, so inside this we just need to attach the whole file. That's it. So I'm just gonna say that if file exists, then append the client file. That's it. So you can see that now I've appended all these three things to my API. Okay, right? Now what we need to do is I'm just gonna say that we are gonna create one hook. Okay, we're gonna create one hook. That is, I'm gonna track the state. Okay, that means how much the file has been uploaded. Is file uploading or not? So if the file is uploading, I'm gonna create a hook. So if file is uploading, I'm gonna make this as true. Right now file is not uploading, initially it would be false. Okay, similarly we're gonna need one more thing, that is upload percentage. So initially suppose the file is starting from 0% to 100%, so the percentage of upload would be tracked here. Okay, that's it. So I'm just gonna say that as soon this happens, as soon we are into this function, we have checked all the things. Now we are just going to say that set uploading as true. That means now we are uploading the file. Okay, we are uploading the file. Now after that guys, we are simply going to say that I'm gonna make a XML HTTP request. Why? Because we need to get the percentage. So this is one of the method. You can use Axios also if you want, but I'm going to use the traditional method. So we're just going to type new XML request. Okay, I'm sorry, XML HTTP request, and inside this I just need to pass empty brackets. That's it. So now I have made a request. I just need to provide the URL to which I want to go to. So I'm just gonna say req.open. It's just like fetch. The way of implementation is different. So you can see the method would be post, right? And which API you want to call? You want to call process.env, right? Dot next, that means the backend URL. You need to call the backend URL plus the file path was the route path was files directory, file routes directory, right? And then inside this we have share file API. That's it. Okay, share file API, right? And here you just need to provide true for HTTP some permissions. And then I'm gonna say that we are also going to need credentials. That means what? Cookies. So I'm just gonna say with credentials equals true. Okay, equals true. That's it. Okay, that's it. So I'm just saying equals to. Now after that, I want to track the progress. Okay, how much it's uploaded. So I'm just gonna say that req dot upload, right? I'm just gonna say dot add event listener. Okay, inside this I'm just saying that I want to know the progress. Okay, so this is the progress event which would be called. Okay, inside this I'm just gonna provide a word name this event. I'm gonna track this event. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that if event dot length computable, that means if I can calculate the length. In some cases you can't calculate the length, you are not uploading something, you are just doing something, you are just requesting something, you are not uploading something. But in case you are uploading something, that means length is computable, then I'm saying that calculate the percentage. So I'm just gonna say that const percent equals, I'm just gonna say that event dot loaded slash event dot total. Okay, so it's gonna just check that how much MB of file is uploaded from the total. That's it, that's what it's really checking here. Okay, then I'm just gonna say that I would just print the progress. Okay, so for printing the progress I'm just gonna say that console dot log, since it's gonna return something like 1.000%, something like that, that means too much decimal points. So for fixing this, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say that upload file. Okay, I'm just gonna write it something like that, upload progress. Inside this I'm gonna provide the percentage in math round. That means I'm just gonna round up things. So here I'm just gonna say round up things. That's it. Okay, so it's gonna show me things in rounded up format. Let's check this. Okay, so we're just going to check this API now. So you can see that as soon as I enter the email, suppose this is the receiver email, this is the file. Okay, and we would just drop a file here, a big file, so that we can see the total percentage, right? If I open, I inspect, okay, and it's gonna go to console, and now if I click on send, so you can see guys that right now it's trying to do something. Okay, I think I need to reload in this case, because you can see that it's not showing me the length. Okay, let me just reload. Okay, now I would just go to this email and file name, and I'm gonna pick the file. I'm going to click on send. Okay, right now it's not showing me the path. Okay, by the way, which line we are talking about? We are talking about the req.upload add event listener. Inside that we are tracking the progress event. Okay, anyways, after tracking the progress, we need to add one more listener, that is it's complete or not. Okay, first of all, let me just check is the API correct or not. So you can see, yeah, XML HTTP request. Okay, perfect. req.open, and here we have provided the backend URL, and then inside file we have share file, and we have made it true with credentials true. It's uploading. If event dot length is computable, then do things. Okay, that's it. So what else we're gonna do is, okay, here I'm gonna do one more thing, that is if you get the percentage. Suppose right now we are not getting the percentage because we have to write the further code. If you get the percentage, I'm just gonna say that set upload percentage. Inside the hook we just need to provide math dot round percentage. That's it. So I provided the percentage value 10%, 20%, like that. Okay, so you can see that I provided the percentage value. We need to do one more thing, that is we need to try one more event, that is req dot upload. Okay, dot add event listener, and guys, inside this I can simply say load. Okay, this is another event which would simply tell me is the file fully uploaded or not. If the file is fully uploaded, I'm just gonna say console.log upload complete. Okay, upload complete, and I'm just gonna say that file uploaded. I'm just talking about the file, I'm not talking about the request is completed. So you can say file uploaded successfully. You can just say that file uploaded successfully. Okay, in this case file is uploaded successfully. And one more thing, if there is an error, okay, if there is an error, I would just simply say that if there is an error, I'm just gonna say upload failed. With that error, I'm just gonna say set uploading as false. Okay, and after that I have to save the data to database. Once the data is saved to the database, we have req dot on ready state change. Inside this, guys, I'm just gonna say that since data is saved to database, first file will be uploaded. This is for uploading the files. After that, we have to save that URL of the file into the database. So you can assume that saving URL is happening here. Okay, so you're just gonna say that if ready state is 4, okay, if ready state is 4, then only you can just say that things are completed. Okay, ready state 4 is a you can say a keyword to identify that is the request complete or not. If it's 4, that means request is completed, either success or failure, but request is completed. You have some response. Okay, so suppose you got the response from the backend, in that case also you have to stop uploading. Okay, And you have to do one more thing. You're just gonna say whatever is the thing. If the request status is 200, that means file shared successfully, and I'm gonna take the user to my files page. Else I'm gonna take the user, I'm gonna show this error to the user. Okay, so let's test this again. So I'm just gonna refresh. Okay, first of all, you can see I have to log in. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that I would just log in with this user only. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, login. Now you can see that if I go to share page and if I go to email, so I'm just gonna type the email of the receiver, file name equals fl1 suppose, and inside this guys I would just pick this video file. Now if I click on send, so you can see that I'm able to see the details. Okay, strange. And after that I'm not able to see the upload part. Okay, let me just check if it's doing things or not. So you can see that we are inside the backend. Okay, it's perfect. And here what's happening, um you can see that first of all email file and things are checked here, and I also need to check that this API is being called properly or not. Okay, maybe most probably the API name is incorrect, so let me just fix the API name and then we'll check that again. So I'm just gonna say that it's uploading. Okay, it's uploading. Perfect. Now let's see that we have the progress, so we have to check the progress also. Okay, so this is the progress, and then guys we have the load part. So this is the loading part, right? File uploaded successfully. Then we have the error part. So if there is an error, we're gonna handle the errors here. Then guys we have on ready stack change. So we're just going to, okay, we did one mistake. Okay, we did one mistake. At the end we need to provide req.send form data. That's it. Okay, so once you send it, then your request is approved. Okay, you are just writing things here. To approve the request, to start the request, we have to call req.send. Okay, now let's test this. So now I'll just refresh. Okay, now if I just say that to this receiver fl1 I want to send this. Okay, I would just click on bulb. If I click on send, so you can see I see the upload progress also, and this is what you need to show. You can see that yeah, this is the upload progress, and also file is uploaded, and also you can see that file shared successfully. As soon as file shared successfully, you can see that I'm taken to my files page. Okay, so here now since your file is being shared, okay, what you need to do is your uploading is true, right? As soon as you send, your uploading is true. So I'm just gonna say that here we are gonna create a division for making the uploading as true. So I'm just gonna say that if uploading is true, that means if you are uploading the file, I'm just gonna show the progress bar. So for that I'm gonna create one division here, division. Let's close this, and I'm just gonna give it a class name. I'm just gonna say that styles dot upload upload pop up. I'm just gonna name it as upload pop-up, right? And inside this I'm gonna create one row also. Okay, this row would be containing two things, that is the upload part, that how much it's uploaded, and the percentage. Okay, and then in the next line I'm just gonna say that we have a p tag that's uploading text. Okay, in between this what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say that first of all show the uploading percentage. Okay, and before that show one line which is uploaded line. Okay, how much it's uploaded in the line. Okay, so yeah, inside this I'm gonna fill that amount of line, 40%, 50%, which is uploaded for now. Okay, that means I'm just gonna say that we have one division and close this division, and again close this division. Okay, so I'm gonna fill this division according to what, so I'm just gonna say that we have styles for this. Okay, we'll have styles for this. I'm just gonna say that suppose the outer division upload bar would be taking 100%, so it's gonna take that percentage of upload, 40% uploaded, 50% uploaded, like that. Okay, so this is 100% and 50% would be filled, 60% would be filled. So for that what we need to do is we simply need to say suppose the width is what, for now the width is what, width is for now suppose 73%. I'm just naming it like this. Suppose the width is suppose 73%. Okay, this is the upload percentage. I'm just gonna say that the background color, I'll just pick some background color here, green for now. Okay, green background color. And then what we can say, okay, I'm just gonna pick the light green colors, light, light green color. And then after that guys, I'm just gonna say that it's gonna take the height of the outer one, so 100%. That means if the outer one is having 20 pixel height, okay, so it's gonna take 20 pixel height. That's it. Now after that guys, I'm just gonna say that the border radius of this border radius कहाँ गया? Okay, border radius is suppose around 5 pixel. Okay, 5 pixel. Let's style this now. So I'm simply going to style this. So I'm gonna go to my auth styles. So you can see inside the style I'm gonna go to my auth module css, and here guys we're gonna style it. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that my upload pop-up would be taking whole space. Okay, first of all let's check this, is it working or not. So I'm just gonna go to this, and file name is suppose this, and suppose this is the file which you want to upload. So open. Okay, now if I click on send, so you can see 100% and uploading. Okay, that means yeah, you can see, I can see the percentage, and that's perfect. Okay, so now I'm gonna simply style this. So I'm just gonna say that my upload pop-up would be position absolute. So upload pop-up, let's style that. So I'm just gonna say that it's gonna take position absolute, and it's gonna take whole width and height. That means I'm just gonna show it like a pop-up. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that it's like a pop-up. Let's check again. So right now if I go to share, and I would just check the receiver file and this file. So if I click on send, you can see that now I get this blur, and you can see that yeah, now it's perfect. Now I want to show things in between. So I'm just gonna say things would be in between and everything would be in column. So yeah, I've said things would be in between, everything would be in column. Now let's try that again. So I'm just gonna say email, file name, and file. Now if I click on open, you can see that yeah, I can see things in center. Okay, perfect. So now I'm gonna come back here, and now I'm gonna say that upload section row would be styled. I want these two things, that means the uploaded row bar and the text 10%, 20% like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that upload pop-up, inside that we have upload row, upload section row, right? So I'm just gonna say that these two things would be in a row, these two things would be in a row. That means the upload bar as well as the p tag, that's the percentage. Okay, so I'm gonna say these two things would be in row. Okay, and then I want things in center. Okay, that's it. Now after that we just need to say that our upload bar would be styled like this. Inside that we have the upload bar inner. You can see that basically this part. Okay, so we are styling this part. I'm just gonna say it's gonna take some 100% width. How we can say that? So I'm just gonna say that okay, 100%, as actually it's gonna take screen width, 50% of screen width, that means 50 VW. Okay, then I'm gonna say that the height of this is 5 pixel. Okay, then I'm gonna say that the background color is light green. Okay, you can see blurry green actually. So if I take you here, you can see it's blurry green, right? So now let's see this. So if I just show you here, and let's try this again. So you can see that this time what would happen, I'm just gonna pick this video. Actually this is a bigger file comparatively. So now you can see that I see the upload percentage also, right? So you can see that now guys, what I need to do is I need to simply show here. You can see I'm showing the upload percentage here. Similarly, what I need to do is I need to show the upload percentage here also. So I'm just gonna press control. Okay, I'm just gonna press these backticks. Okay, I'm just gonna press these backticks. So backticks, and then dollar sign, and then the percentage. Okay, then I'm just gonna write here this percentage. That's it. So you can see guys that now I would see the fill according to the percentage. Let's try that. So I'm gonna go to my share, and here I'm just gonna type the receiver, the file name, and the file. Now if I click on open, you can see that now it's working perfectly, right? So we simply made this. Okay, so that's very easy. Okay, we made this from scratch, although you can have some packages like MUI to do this, but I wanted to make it like this because I'm also making this upload percentage first time. Okay, that's why. So yes, and then one more thing was the p tag. So I'm just gonna say that the p tag would be styled like this. So we're gonna style it like this, and we basically have this p tag, and we also have this p tag. So I'm just gonna say inside upload pop-up, actually inside the upload pop-up all the p tags would be styled like this. So now let's stress this. I'm gonna go to share, and then receiver's email, then file name would be this suppose. And now if I click on this, now if I click on send, you can see that yeah, it's looking really fine. And once the file is shared successfully, you can see now I'm taken to this page. Okay, perfect. So you can make the changes accordingly. You can see that the file is uploaded. Okay, एक out of topic doubt है, if you only had CS related degree and software engineering as a subject at semester, then can you tell us what is the actually on that including practical? काफ़ी गलत आदमी से सवाल पूछ रहे हो, क्योंकि I was the one from my whole class which never went to college. Okay, so I'm like मैंने admission ले लिया था, and in those 4 years, okay, when I was in college, in those 4 years, I never really went to college. I would say maximum I went to college for overall of 3 months. Okay, exams मिला के overall of three to 4 months maximum I went for college. Okay, एग्जाम वगैरह मिला लो तो या उतना हो ही जाता है आई गेस, या थोड़ा उससे ज़्यादा भी हो गया होगा। मतलब ओनली फॉर एग्जाम्स आई वेंट फॉर कॉलेज, ओनली फॉर एग्जाम्स। सो हम एक रात में पढ़ने वालों से हैं, ठीक है। इफ़ यू टॉक about any subject, okay, any subject, I just studied it for 1 hour, okay, before the exam, and sometimes whole night before the exam, that's it, okay। So but फिर भी I would like to answer this again भैया, एक out of the topic doubt है। if you had any CS related degree and had software engineering as a subject at semester, then can you tell us what they actually teach on that, including practical? When I started studying software engineering, I think we have software development life cycle and things like that inside SE subject. So that's the subject which a lot of students are feared of. But I would suggest one thing, like when I was studying that, I was also feeling यार ये क्या फालतू बकवास सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाते हैं कॉलेज वाले। बट कॉलेज वाले नहीं पढ़ाते honestly, but if you study that subject yourselves, you would feel that if you are building anything like in terms of web development, if you want to build a food delivery system like Zomato, first of all you need something like that, okay, you need to have some diagram, some overview. So these subjects like software engineering, or if I talk about system design, these subjects really help you a lot. So I would say that ज़्यादा कुछ तो नहीं पता है मुझे इस सब्जेक्ट के बारे में, क्योंकि मैंने खुद ढंग से नहीं पढ़ा है। but it's like they would be teaching you diagrams, different diagrams, like they would tell you how you need to create a system where login register is happening, things like that would be done in this subject, okay। and in the practical also they ask you different diagrams, like suppose you want to make diagram, अरे DFD, whatever diagram names are there, so they would ask you to create different diagrams in the practical exams of your college. And if I want to implement that in my practical life, yes, that's very important. So SE is a subject I would say you can implement that a lot in the field of web development, because you will get a roadmap of what you are building, okay, with that diagram you can explain it to anyone what you are trying to build. So learn that subject, learn the diagrams how are made, so that's very useful, okay। So yeah, that's what I really know about this subject, okay। Now let's continue, and you can see now file is uploaded, so you can see that now files, I need to show the files here. You can see these were temporary files, okay, so I need to show the exact files here. How can I show that? For that, guys, we need to create one API. So I'm just gonna go to my file share routes. You can see this was the share file API. Similarly, we need to create get all files API. This would help me to get all files. So for that, I'm just gonna say that router.get, router dot get, okay, and inside this we are simply gonna say get files, okay, get files. And after that, auth token handler, I first need to verify that is the token user genuine or not, okay. Then async, and inside this I'm just gonna provide request response next, okay. And then after that I'm just simply going to say that try, and then catch, and I would just say that whatever is the error, just show the error, that means throw the error, okay। But if everything is fine, I need to just find that specific user from my token, okay, so I'm just gonna say let user, and from the token, that means req.user id, you will get this from the token, right? So you'll get this from the token. From that user id you would find the whole user, and from that user I'm just gonna return the user.files, that's it, okay। So I'm just gonna say that if user doesn't exist, then throw this error, okay, throw this error. If user exists, then just show what you are going to show the files. So I'm just going to send that in the data. In the data I'm just going to send the files user.files, that's it, that's it. So you can see, yeah, that's what I'm sending to the front end now. So I just need to call this API, okay, just need to call this API. Guys, I think we would be needing one more API, but we are going to create that in the next video for real-time notification, okay. Suppose I am logged in with this user, right? I am this my in this my files page. You can see, suppose there are 3 files. Suppose someone shared me file just now. So to get real-time changes here, to get the real-time notification, we would implement that in the next video. That is the socket.io part, very important part. Right now you need, if suppose I received a new file in this page, I need to refresh this. I won't be doing that. I would be getting real time changes. Okay, so we'll implement that in the next video. But for now, yeah, इससे काम चला लो, get all files. Okay, so get all files. So we're going to implement this in which page? In the my files page. So I'm just gonna go to my files front end. Yeah, this is my front end, and here we need to implement this. So you can see that here, guys, we were previously showing temporary files, but we need to show real files. Okay, real files. So first of all, I'm going to create an TypeScript interface. Okay, TypeScript interface for my file. So this is like, you can guess it. Okay, these are all the fields which we have inside a specific file. Okay, file object, that means sender email, receiver email, shared at, created at, updated at, right? File name, file URL, file type. These are all the things which we have. And file type, I'm making it as null because sometimes I'm not able to guess the file type. In that case, it can be null also. Okay, because we are going to guess the file type manually inside this page. Okay, inside this my files page. Okay, that's why I just made it null, because it can be null also. Okay, so yes, so I'm just gonna say that we have to just get all the files. Suppose inside this, okay, I'm just gonna say that it's gonna call the an array, and arrays of type file array. Okay, you can see a single object which look like this. Okay, single object would look like this, and I'm saying it's an array of these files. Okay, so yeah, an array. And one more thing, guys, you can see that what we need to do is we need to add one more thing at the top, that is use client at the top. Okay, so use client. Okay, that's it. So now, guys, I'm gonna go here. You can see that right now, first of all, I think we need to log in. Guys, in the next video, we're going to implement one more thing. You can see that since I'm not logged in, so it would ask me to log in automatically. We are going to implement that in the next video. Don't worry. But yeah, for now, chill karo. Abhi to we are just trying to upload the things. 4, 5, 6. So login. So yes, now what we need is, in this page we need to show the file. Okay, so let's do that. So for this, guys, we are simply going to create one function. Okay, we are simply going to create one function named as get all files. Okay, so this function would be called as soon as the page loads. Okay, so for that we need to call this as soon as the page loads. So we are simply going to call use effect. Okay, so use effect would be called one time. You can see as soon as the page loads, use effect would be called. So I'm gonna call this. Okay, so get all files. Now here, guys, what I need to say is, first of all, I would just say that let res, and I'm just gonna provide the URL, that means the backend URL. Yes, and you can see that inside the file directory, file routes, we have get files API. We just now created it, right? This was a get method, and credentials include. Let me just check. This was a get method, and credentials are required for auth token handler in the backend. So you can see, yeah, that's the API, right? Now after that we need to convert the data into JSON format, and then we just need to say that we have the files in what. You can see we have the files inside data. You can see in the response we have the data field which contains the files. So I'm just gonna say that if data is okay, I'm just gonna say set all files as data.data. That means it's gonna be response. So from that response, I'm extracting the data. So that means we are extracting the files. Let me just name it to something else. Okay, so I'm just gonna name it as res JSON. Okay, so you have JSON format data. Okay, in the response you have JSON format data, and from that specific object, you can see in the response you are getting this whole data. From that you need to extract the data. This is the data, right? So we're just going to say that extract the data and set it to all files. That's it. Now, guys, let's test this. So for that we need to simply inspect, and I would just get this in my console. You can see that if I go to console, if I just refresh, you can see that, yeah, I'm getting 17 files. These are all the files which I have shared and received. So you can see I'm getting all the files. Now what I need to do is I need to just show these files here. How can I show the files here? For that, guys, I'm gonna create one function also which would tell me the file type. So I'm just gonna name this function. Okay, first of all, guys, you need to do one more thing. You can see that these are all the files. Suppose this is one file. You can see from this I have to extract the file type. So you can see that how can I extract this? I would just split this specific string, public slash dash this dot png. I'll just split this specific string, and from that I have to just extract png. I have to just extract png. Okay, that's what I need to do to get the file type. Let's do this. Okay, so here what we need to do is we simply need to do one thing, that inside this, okay, inside the new function, we're going to create new function named as const get file type. Okay, get file type, right? Inside this I'll just provide the file name. Okay, file name or file URL, whatever you can call it. So file name, it's gonna be string. Okay, it's gonna be string. Actually it's the file URL, right? Let me just show you. You can see that it's what, it's basically file URL. Okay, I'm going to provide the file URL, that would be easier to understand. So yeah, I'm going to provide the file URL. Okay, so from that file URL, what you need to do is you need to extract things. Okay, So let's do this. Okay, so inside this, guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say that first of all, divide things. So I'm just gonna say let extension. I'm gonna divide this file URL with a dot, right? Name, file name dot split, and from this I'm just gonna split this with a dot, right? Dot. I'm just gonna say pop the last dot, pop the last thing which you get after the dot. Okay, so pop and then two lowercase. That means I've just extracted that PNG, right? You can see I have extracted that PNG. Okay, it's actually file URL, right? After extracting that PNG, what happened? Object is possibly undefined. Okay. Okay, I have to make it any. I'm sorry. Yeah, any. Yes, you can see from that I'm extracting things. I'm extracting things. That means you can see, suppose this was the response. Can see that what I did was this is the file URL, right? This is the file URL. So you can see from this URL, I've simply said just split this with the dot, split this with the dot. Whenever dot occurs, just split this and give me the last thing. That means this would be creating an array of two objects, one object would be what, from public to this 0, second object would be what, second index would be what, this PNG. So I'm just calling the last index. Okay, that means pop means call the last index, so I'm calling this PNG. Okay, PNG would be called, that means extension would be gotten. Now I'm just going to say that we have a switch case. Okay, we have a switch case. We are going to use switch case. Very easy implementation of switch case. And in my life, for the very first time, I'm feeling that switch case is very good in this. So I'm just saying that if I get in the last MP4 AVI MOV as an extension, so I'm gonna return video. Okay, so I'm gonna return video. Similarly, if I get JPG, JPEG, PNG, so I'm gonna return what? I'm gonna return image. Okay, if I get PDF, doc, TXT, I'm gonna return what? I'm gonna return this. Okay, right? And at the end, if I get something else, so I'm just gonna return unknown. Okay, I'm gonna return unknown, or something like temp file or whatever you want. You can just return anything, okay, for default. So you can see that this would allow me to get the file type with just the URL. Okay, file URL. Okay, so now I can see that what I need to do is I just need to replace this temporary files with my all files. Okay, so guys, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove this. With the same CSS, we're going to create a table here. Okay, so we're just going to create the table. Okay, table tag. Now I'm just going to say, first of all, we have the t head. Okay, we have the t head and t body. Okay, so t head and t body, that means headings of the table and body of the table. Now guys, inside this table I'm just gonna say t head. We are just gonna say what are the headings. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna have file name, file type, sender email, receiver email, shared at, and view. That's it. Now inside the body, what we need is we need to just show the body. Okay, we just need to say that all files. Okay, all files, from the all files, you can see that from the all files. Okay, just map all the files, and I'm just gonna say the dot map. Okay, dot map. Inside this I'm just gonna say that we basically have the file comma index of the file, right? File and index of the file. Once I have this, I just need to say that first of all I need to add one more thing field. You can see that if you are talking about a single file, you can see if I talk about a single file, you can see this is a single file. Suppose or I talk about only this, you can see this is whole a single file. Here you can see we don't have the file type, so we need to add the file type. So I'm just gonna say file dot file type. Okay, file dot file type equals what? Equals get file type. And inside this, guys, I just need to provide the file.file URL. Okay, I have the URL. I just need to get the file type. That's it. Okay, that's why I initially made the file type as null here, because it might not exist. Okay, but if it exists, it's a string. You can see if it exists, it would return a string, and then things would be done. Right. So after that, what you need to do is you just need to call return. Okay, and inside this return, we just need to call the tr tag. Okay, and I'm just gonna say that the index of this is what, key equals index. Right, inside this I'm going to show the data, like what, I'm going to show the file name. Okay, I'm going to show the file name, right? File name would be shown. Let's see. So if I refresh right now, I think we need to update the CSS, and we need to show one more thing, that is what, file type. So I'm just gonna say that file type would be shown. Okay, file type would also be shown here, right? File type would be shown here. If it's a video, I'm gonna show a video image. Okay, I think I have missed out the icons anyways, so I can add the icons later on. But you can see if the file type is video, I'm gonna show video text here as the image text, as the document text, as the unknown text, right? So according to the file type. Now I'm gonna show the email also, sender email and receiver email. Then I'm gonna convert that shared at to local string so that I get proper date and time readable. Then guys, at the end we need the I. Okay, we need the I, what I which we previously had. Okay, the I. Okay, that's it. This would help us to view things. Okay, so now you can see that what we need to do is we need to just style this a little bit. So I'm gonna go to my styles. I'm gonna go to this my files.module.css and I'm gonna restyle this. Okay, so some basic changes are actually here. So I'm gonna remove this. Okay, and after that I'm just gonna say that first of all we have the all files. Okay, and after that I'm gonna say my table would be taking what amount of space. So I'm saying that it's taking 80 vh height. Okay, it's gonna take 80 vh height, you can see, and overflow is scroll. You can see overflow is scroll. That's it. And I'm gonna say that my table would be taking 100% width and border collapse would be collapse, right? A table would be created. Then I'm saying that the th would be taking some padding, th and td actually. So th and td would be taking some padding, some text align would be left for all. Now I'm gonna say my headings would be taking color as black and text color would be white. So you can see my headings are taking text color as white. Now similarly, if I talk about tr, I'm just gonna say that the color of the tr would be black and background color would be white. Okay, so for the tr I'm just saying that it's gonna be opposite. So you can see now it's opposite. Okay. Now I'm gonna say one more thing. That is my SVG would be of lesser size. Okay. So now you can see that things are visible here. So whatever file you have shared right now, you can see whatever file you have shared here. You can see you're getting that file. Okay, you're getting that file, right? So what you can do is you can just sort things accordingly. Right now, in the next video, we're going to do this. But yeah, you can see that I'm getting the latest file. Now let's try to do this again. So I'm gonna click on share, and right now I'm logged in as what? Okay, let me just log out. So let me just log in with this user, suppose Viraj J014. Viraj J014 1324. Okay, and the password is suppose HJ123. Okay, login. So it's actually 456, yes, and login. So you can see that first of all I'm getting everything. Okay, I'm getting everything. What I need to do is I need to share a file to suppose codersub2430. Let me just log in with the codersub2430. I'm just gonna go to incognito mode and localhost 3000. Okay, login, and then we are going to say that to coders hub. That means we are going to log in with this user, and the password was at j123456. Login. Can see now I'm logged in, right? Now guys, I'm gonna say that right now I don't have any new file. You can see this is the last file. Now I'm gonna just send a file from viraj014 to coders hub. Okay, so let's do this. So from viraj014 we need to send a file to coders hub, and file name is what? Suppose new file. Let's take the time as 7:59. Okay, 7 underscore 59, something like that. Okay, now I'm just gonna say that suppose I want to share this file, and if I click on send, you can see it's uploading. Okay, uploading, and you can see once it's uploaded, so no matter how big file it is, it's gonna upload it accordingly. Okay, so you can see now I sent a new file. Okay, you sent us new file, so you can see I sent this file, so I can see this. Let's check the receiver will see this or not. So first of all, you can see that receiver can't see this because this is not real time. Okay, when will the receiver see this? For now, for this case, for today, receiver would see this once we reload. So you can see now we reloaded and we see this is the receiver was what? Coders of 240. That means it's perfect. But what we need to do guys is in the next video we need to get real time changes. That means as soon as I send a file from here, receiver would get the notification and also real time change here. Okay, so how it would be done? It's gonna be done using socket.io. So we are going to implement that in the next class, right? But guys, I hope you understood this part of today. Today we completed the my files part and the share file part. So we're gonna fix the sorting also. So I'm gonna show the latest file at the top and the oldest file at the bottom. We're gonna do this later. But right now you can see that yeah, we are able to share and receive files. And one more thing guys, I'm gonna show this in the email also. So I'm sending the email also. Let me just take you to Gmail. Okay, so I'm gonna take the user to the Gmail account. So you can see that if I take you to Coders Hub, you can see that you received a new file. You can see that I received this message. Okay, just now we sent it, right? We just now sent it at 7:59. You can see that I received this message. Okay, don't worry about this email. This is my company's email. Don't get confused by this. But yeah, you can see that I received this from the specific user. This sent me file. Okay, so you can see that, yeah, now that's perfect. So our application is working. We need to simply upload this code. In the next video, guys, we need to just add a few more things which are required, that is real-time notification and some modification in the UI. That's it. And after that, guys, we would be having one more video for uploading this to a hosting platform, free hosting, so that you can share it with your friends also. Okay, you can just flex it. Okay, so we're gonna do this in the next upcoming sessions, but right now let me just upload this. So just a second. So I'm just gonna say that git add dot. Just a second. Let me just close this first. Okay, now we're gonna upload this to GitHub. So let's do it. Okay, so I'm just gonna upload it, right? So open with code. Okay, yes. So git add git add dot able to create another git process seems to be running. Okay, actually accidentally we just added git add. Okay, again you can see that, yeah, I would try it again later. Right now you can see that one process is, I think it's going on, so I'll try it again later. Okay, but for now let me just leave it as it. Anyways, guys, so I'll upload the code in a while. There is some issue for git for now, but yeah, anyways, I'm gonna do this later. So yes, the source code would be available where you can just visit my GitHub profile. You just need to type github.com/viraj014, and you can follow me. And if you want to contact me, you can contact me on Instagram and LinkedIn. And guys, after that you just need to go to repositories. Inside this we have TypeScript, Next.js, GFG. Just visit here and you'll get the source code for today's class, that is bitshare file share one. The complete project is available here, right? So I hope you understood this video, and let me just check the live section again. Okay, everything is fine. Okay, so I hope you understood this video, and I will see you in the next one. The source code will be available in the next video. We are going to implement the real-time communication using socket.io, okay, in this specific project. So that's it for today. I will see you in the next one. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.